1900 years ago, they stayed there and I couldn't sit there, my body was just like vibrating like that. I said, clean up the place, we're going to sleep here for the next few days.
Some people say it's your just a belief you have, and you just go for a narrative and you start believing in it and you start sort of psychologically conditioning yourself towards it. But what you said, it's the contrary. You had no way of feeling that when you went to a cave. And that cave who had…
It was not maintained well either. It's not like a temple, it was a trashy place.
Or is it a preconditioning of your mind that you were looking for something there and you found it?
This is consecrated with a certain knowledge. If you are willing to learn, everything you wish to know about yoga, Hatha Yoga particularly, is all there. That consecration recognizes the person for their sensitivity and accordingly it goes. Let's say you go there and come back after 20 years, Devi will recognize you.
What is that process in when you say that this is Prana Pratishtha in this temple and a temple is nothing without it? And a lot of people get intrigued by it because this culture does not exist in many parts of the world.
No, there is a place called Velayuthapalem in Tamil Nadu. Now it is famous because some paper industry has come or whatever. I was staying in this village in somebody's house. Generally in South India, every small hillock means there's a little temple on the top.
In Uttarakhand also.
So, one little temple on the top, I don't bother to go there. Any number of temples are there, I'm not that kind, so I don't go. Then somebody tells me there is a cave there, where some Jain monks came and stayed there some 1900 years ago. And they've made… some local king made some beds for them in the rock and they lived there their entire life or whatever. So I got interested and then I went. So it's so beautiful, like a bird's nest in the rock. Just a small ledge, you have to walk on this little ledge. It may be about a 200 feet, 250 feet drop. On this ledge you walk and there's a cave where about maybe 12-15 people could sleep, that kind of cave. So when we went in there, it is full of all alcohol bottles, used cards and cigarettes and all kinds of stuff. And of course in Tamil Nadu they write NPK loves PTK, whatever.
Yeah. Itching the memory.
Yes, all this stuff. But when I went there, the place was so vibrant, I couldn't believe it. This 1900 years ago, they stayed there and I couldn't sit there, my body was just like vibrating like that. I said, clean up the place, we're going to sleep here for the next few days. So I went and stayed there. It is like they were here yesterday. I started speaking about these people, the nature of who they were and what they were and what they were… what their status was, everything, because they left an imprint like that. 1900 years ago, how many smart people were there in the society? Maybe there were kings, maybe there were warlords, maybe there were scholars, maybe there were all kinds of people. Where are they? They're all gone. These people did nothing, they just sat there. Somebody gave them food and they simply sat there. And their imprint is just there. So this is how we say Markandai,
Yeah.
When the earth goes away, when the solar system goes away, Markandai's footprint will remain.
Yeah.
And when the next creation happens, he will still be there. This is just a certain way of saying that his consciousness is such, it's way beyond anything that you call as physical. Because of that, it doesn't get limited to the physical imprint. So everything else that we call as civilization, some archaeologists may dig up your electric scooter or my Ducati and say something about it if he understands what it is after 1,000 years. Or he may think it's some whatever. As we are thinking all kinds of things, we dig up Harappa Mohenjo-daro and the best thing we can say is, oh, they had drainages.
Sadhguru, when these energies you talked about, and I think your team, someone talked about consecration and that we should talk about, and I knew the word Prana Pratishtha, and I tried to find, what it sort of means. somebody says in Hindi or Sanskrit, they say Sanskarikaran, Shuddhikaran. What is it, first of all? Consecration is it implanting the energies? It was invoking the energies? Is it an avahan, the energies? How does one understand it? And that brings a lot of, because you said you went to the cave and you felt that the energies alive. You could talk about them, and that's enough of a proof that something lives on, and which is in form of the energies. Now, when we talk about the energies and you talk about invoking them or establishing them, and you've done here with Adiyogi as well, is it possible, or how? What is the exact meaning of it? People are very confused. Is it something which is, or some people say it's your just a belief you have, and you just go for a narrative and you start believing in it, and you start sort of psychologically conditioning yourself towards it. But what you said, it's the contrary. You had no way of feeling that when you went to a cave. And that cave who had…
It was not maintained well either. It's not like a temple, it was a trashy place.
Or is it a preconditioning of your mind that you were looking for something there and you found it?
See, this whole thing is coming from every aspect of human being can be analyzed as a psychoanalysis, is a foolish way of looking at life. This has been imprinted upon the world because of the European dominance in the last 2 centuries or 3 centuries. And people who psychoanalyzed, the fathers of psychoanalysis, a few of them, they never lived a sane life. They never lived a blissful life, because you are… See, this is like this. This creation is a trillion-piece jigsaw, let's say. But you found 5 pieces. Everybody has only 2. You found 5, and you put them together and it looked like a lion. And you say creation is like a lion. All the best. There are 1 trillion pieces. You got only 5, and you're making your conclusion. So because your intellect cannot function without accumulation, isn't it?
True.
How much can you accumulate? In this vast cosmos, we are not even a speck of dust, and you think you can figure this out? You can experience it, but you can't figure it out. You cannot understand this, you can only experience it. So consecration means you use many words. What is it? Avahan, what?
Pran Pratishtha.
Pran Pratishtha, what's the other one? I'm not good at all this terminology. No?
Sanskarikaran. And I call it Abhishek.
You said Shuddhikaran, Samskarikaran. No,
yes.
Those are different things. In a way, yes. See, right now, in India also we have the bogies coming, but these days everybody's given it up because they put all kinds of fancy paints in their house. Otherwise, when the bogie came, entire southern India, everybody whitewashed their homes, removed all the old things. Only whatever they felt is not useful, they put it on the street as a community, burned it around, danced, because they want to start their life fresh. It's a new year. Spring is coming, so old things must go. In your thought, in your emotion, what opinions and nonsense I carry about you, all this you put there, and above all, clean up the house and create a new energy in the house. So whitewashing was must every year. But today, because we are using expensive paints, we can't do it, we don't even wash it anymore, all right? Nobody washes a wall anymore. It's only at the most the flooring. That also the machine which goes around and just mops up something, but no water, no mopping up. There is a huge difference. You try this, when you go home, nothing else. You yourself take a few buckets of water, just pour water all over the floor, just do that. Actually, in terms of cleanliness of removing dust, it's not a good thing because you'll just rub the dust all over the place. But you just see how the house feels. There is a certain Shuddhikaran happening. Right now, let us say we'll find one machine to remove all the dead skin and whatever dirt that's there on your body, everything. No water. See how it feels. Just go stand under a cold shower, see how it feels. Or go and stand under the waterfall, see how it feels. How your body feels, not about how the water feels. How your body feels after that. So some kind of cleansing is happening, all right? Cleansing beyond washing of the skin is happening. You have a very… like people when they have very tough days. I don't have a tough day because I'm on a holiday, I do only what I care for, so I'm on a holiday.
Perpetual holiday.
Yes. I'm busy, but holiday busy,
Yeah.
okay? So I don't have tough days like that, but some days physically you're stretched to the limits.
You have tough days, but days are not tough on you.
I just see situations.
Yeah.
Some we know how to handle,
Yeah.
some we don't know how to handle. What about it?
Yeah.
So if you see that you don't know how to handle it, that's the only problem. You will see how to handle it. Maybe you'll figure it out,
Yeah.
maybe not. Anyway, so if you have this and you just go stand under a shower and come out, it's not just skin being washed, there is a deeper cleansing than that. In this country, we do what is called as Kleshanashana Kriya. Here we do Kleshanashana Kriya. You must see, this is something we did not even expect. We started experimenting, for adults we've been doing, for children we started experimenting. People who have this ADH and children who have those kind of issues. They've come out miraculously well. We never expected this. Just 21 days of Kleshanashana, simply with a fire there is a certain way to fire wash a body. We're not touching the body, but just around the body, doing it in a certain way. Phenomenal results, they've all documented this now as a part of the scientific studies for this. So this is fire wash. There is also air wash you can do in the natural breeze. You can stand and get your body cleaned because your body is a composite of 5 elements. So all these 5 elements can influence you in so many ways. So consecration, when we say consecration, Shuddhikaran is like what you said. But consecration means there are many types of consecration. Because I would like you to see something that's manifest. See, if you go into the Surya Kund, there are lingas which are consecrated. But they don't recognize you, they just reverberate in a certain way. Whoever goes, it is doing the same thing. It's like a light bulb, it's on. Whoever comes, it's the same thing. But if you go into certain consecrated spaces, like if you go into Adiyogi Alayam, there this is a knowledge space. This is consecrated with a certain knowledge. If you are willing to learn, everything you wish to know about yoga, Hatha Yoga particularly, is all there. Those who are really receptive, for them, suddenly it's like blossoming, everything body just does without instruction, like that it'll happen. But if you go into Dhyanalinga or into the Bhairavi temple, here she will recognize you. Both Dhyanalinga and Devi, they are intelligent enough to recognize you. They don't respond the same way to everybody. Individual people will have different experiences simply because it recognizes you. Is this happening because of psychological preparation? No. Because people who don't know anything. See, today here in the… I don't know what exactly number, but on any given day there are at least 50 to 60 nationalities of people here. They're all from different religions, they're not from this culture, they have never been into temples and sitting there, and this kind of thing doesn't exist in their cultures. They just come and sit there, you see tears are flowing, they're ecstatic, because that consecration recognizes the person for their sensitivity and accordingly it goes. Let's say you go there and come back after 20 years, Devi will recognize you.
So the question I was asking that you… right, of course, very elaborately you answered that the energy is a two-way in there, one kind of place where it is emitting, in another case it's communicating, or it's symbiotic rather.
It's intelligent.
It's intelligent, so that you can receive it and you can feel it, and it can feel you. So it's a both way, you said. Now, Now, when you do, they say that a temple, you make a temple, and you invoke or do call a deity into it, invite a deity into the temple. What is that process in when you say that this is Prana Pratishtha in this temple, and a temple is nothing without it? And a lot of people get intrigued by it because this culture does not exist in many parts of the world, to my knowledge.
It existed everywhere. In the last 2000 years, it's been systematically uprooted.
For what reason?
Well, very aggressive religious processes happening everywhere. And you've heard of some 6 million women burnt in Europe. Why? Simply because they exhibited other kinds of capabilities. Somebody who exhibits another kind of capability becomes a focal point for people, not the organized religion.
Yeah.
So, people were burned, and also it was misused to burn just about anybody that they don't like, whatever it is. But essentially, this has happened around the world, that wherever there were consecrated spaces, they were desecrated, they were demolished, they were, they have everything taken away. Well, India, northern part of India, you have seen plenty of this stuff happening. So, this is an effort to establish an authority. Consecration is not an authority, it's a device, it's a tool for your well-being, for your enhancement of who you are. This is about enhancing who you are. But establishing a super authority is not about enhancing who you are, because you cannot be enhanced. What is up there is the only answer. That authority manages everything for you. That is the only authority you can go to, this kind of thing. But the Indian way of life, or the way life is like this. See, right now, you plant a mango tree here. You don't pour sugar into the soil, all right? You pour filth into the soil, but it comes out with sweetness. This is a kind of consecration, all right?
Yeah.
So, to put it very simply, if you make mud into food, we call it agriculture. This is also one kind of consecration. If you make food into flesh and bone, this we call digestion or assimilation. This is also one kind of consecration. If we transform this into a transcendent possibility, this is another level of consecration. The easiest thing to consecrate is human beings. But the problem with the human being, particularly 21st century human being, is they're experts in making U-turn. Instead of consecrating a material like stone or metal or something else or a space, consecrating the human being is the easiest thing, because in terms of complexity, human body and human mechanism is the highest complexity on this planet. So it's the best thing to consecrate. But human beings are U-turn population. They'll be fine today, by today evening they will turn around and do something else. So, they're great, but they're not reliable. There are some who are like that, so we do consecrate human beings. They live in a certain way, but that needs a certain kind of training and discipline, all this, where generally in the society there is no support for that. At one time in this culture, there were many people like that, because there was a support system, people could live like that. Many people, we used to call them avadutas or yogis or whatever, they just lived like that, like deities, that's why people worship them.
But they never, after they're gone, they were never like the deities, which are considered gods.
No, because
you bring them, you make a temple, you make up, you're
no,
at a
it's
home
not about
also.
that. See, when they were living, they were like deities. They made sure before they died, there were few more deities going.
Yeah.
So, always there was a living deity. So, there was no need to make a monument out of him.
Yeah. But deity is so you're saying deity, what I understand, is in a kind of an energy system. And you have put your energies or you have evoked or you have invited into that.
I would say it's a power tool.
Yeah, it's a
power tool.
Power tool.
It is for specific purposes. This is why…
It's a portal, would you say?
Portal would house many things.
Yeah.
That is also possible, you could say that. Yes, you could say that, but portal… I would stick to a tool. Portal is also a tool, all right?
So when you say it's a portal, then if I may use people who, know Dvait and Advait, so then it's saying it's Advait, it's monoism. It's basically saying there is nothing, it's going into one, subsuming into one, and this is just a way, a door into something which is eternal. And in itself, it is just a tool. But a lot of believers will believe that this is it. This is where, if I have a love for a deity, or I have a love for my idol or guru even, you feel that it is it, this is it. Now rest is happening to me and I'm experiencing it, but I am not trying to reach anywhere else through this. But a lot of people explain it. It's a mechanism to reach the eternal, a mechanism to reach somewhere.
See, intellectually you can think many things. What you're essentially saying, in somebody's mind or in that emotion, the doorway has become the destination.
Yes.
If you're in a prison, if doorway is the destination…
To me, it is possible that the doorway is not the doorway.
No, once you get to the doorway, naturally transcendence happens, isn't it? You don't have to think, you're in a prison, you don't have to think, after I go out of the doorway, what all I will do. If you go to the doorway or go through the doorway, you will get where you have to get. So this is just two different ways of approaching it, and we are making this big fuss about it, that I belong to this and you belong to that, Dvait, Advait, all this. This is all… People are trying to figure out the magic of life through their logic. They will never get there.